But I was just scanning around and seeing what was going on out there.
Yeah, Roger. I'm looking for a handheld I could talk down here with.
Day, Roger.
Yeah, I think it's called an Albrecht. What the hell is it? ALBRECHT? It's called Albrecht or something? I don't know. It's a weird name there, right?
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't did much talking down this way. I was just watching school. I heard Fireball was out there locking it down. I said, man, I got to see if I can make it trip, and we did. And man, and it just people kept right on rolling around, coming in there.
Oh yeah, I'm still here, man. I just had to go bring my antenna down about 15 feet. My antenna's 3 sections, so when it gets windy, I don't like the middle section up. I bring all the weight down to keep the weight down so it don't move.
Hey, fine, bro. You're still coming in here wall-to-wall treetop tall there, Roger?
Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, this radio works pretty good down here by the Salton Sea, especially when there's a full moon. That one handheld you're talking about, that's the same handheld as the Magnum 1012, I believe.
Well, I want to get one, man. I want to get one of them bad boys there.
Yeah, the one I got worked real good. I take it to the breaks all the time. Shoot, you should see one of my other handheld radios. It's like a mobile radio. It's an old Royce. That's a good radio, but it's just AM only. But my other handheld, yeah, that's all, it's almost exactly like a Magnum S9.
I want to get that radio.
Yeah, I haven't seen that radio in a long time.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that radio, but they do have them. They don't make the Magnum 1012 anymore, but you can still find them. And there's another radio, which I think the radio you're talking about, I think they have them, and they got little batteries for them, rechargeable batteries. I'd like to get a rechargeable battery for mine.
Where can you find the Magnum 1012 at? Because I can't find one anywhere.
Yeah, you're probably not going to find a Magnum 1012. Those were like forever ago when Magnum was even in business. I'd have to ask the owner. I know the new owner of Magnum.
Roger. Where are they located at, Magnum?
They're located over there by Ontario now. They're located over by Ontario there, 410.
Yeah, if I could get their phone number, maybe I could call the guy up and ask him.
Well, right now he's not really making any. He owns the company there. It's kind of a hush-hush thing. But soon there'll be a new radio out. I don't know if there's going to be any handhelds or anything, but they have them though. I think there was a few I've seen on eBay.
Yeah, I'd rather get a newer one though. I'd rather get what's the newest one that's out, the newest handheld that's out.
Oh yeah, I don't know if there's any new ones out, especially not the Magnum. I don't know if they have any other radios that are like the Magnum 1012, other than that one you were talking about, which I think those are older also. Good question though.
Yeah, look up there.
Yeah, I lost you there. But it's Superior CB. Superior CB down there in Ontario. He would know, though. If you call him, he would know. He would know the new handhelds that are out there, if there's any. If they make any new handhelds. Hey, where's your location at? I didn't catch where your location was.
I'm in southeastern Pennsylvania there, Roger.
Oh, okay. You're out there around southeast Pennsylvania. Okay. Oh, I know where that's at. I mean, I've never been to Pennsylvania, but I talk to that area all the time on AM.
CQDX 764 Central Texas, we're trying. I'm in there, California.
I lost you there. Somebody out there around Central Texas wanted to wave a hand. Hey, hello out there around Central Texas. Fireball waving a hand to you also.
No, Fireball be about 10 pounds over here in Central Texas on my little Striker 955. I just figured I'd key up on this FM frequency modulation channel and see what I got out there. Come on.
Well, it sounds real good, that Striker 955. That does sound real good. I just won a Striker 655 on a raffle there at a break I went to a couple weeks ago, but I just sold it to pick up all my other radios that got repaired. I ran it for about 15 minutes and then I didn't really like it. I got too many radios. But those Strikers are good radios.
Yeah, copy on the 10 on the good radios. Yeah, I've had this Striker for, going on close to 2 years, and I just unboxed it about 4 months ago once I got a little 30 amp Pyramid power supply to run it as a base station. Believe it or not, I'm about 25 feet up in the air sitting on a Wilson 2000 trucker reaching out and talking to you. Come on.
Wait a minute, what? Are you mean to tell me you got this Striker radio with a Wilson 2000 trucker antenna on the top of the pole?
That's a big 25 feet up in the air. I'm running 36 feet of RG8U coax, 22 10-foot fence pipe stuck up on the side of my house with a Wilson 2000 trucker mobile antenna sitting there reaching out all the way to Canada. Come here, Central Texas.
Wow, what a con-picking interesting setup you got there. It's definitely working for you. Man, I never thought you'd be on a little Trucker 2000 mobile antenna. Do you got any ground plane radios for it, or you just got it stuck up there?
I stuck it up there. Even with an antenna matcher, I could not get my estimate up. And I thought to myself, hey, I got this brand new Wilson 2000 still sitting in a plastic. Let's just give it a shot and see what it does.
Well, if you take some wire, and if you take some wire about 102 inches long, about 4 of them, and put them on the con-picking pole, and send them down about 45 degrees right there, your ground plane will get better. I mean, this is old style stuff right here, because that antenna is supposed to have a ground plane. So if you put about 3 or 4 102-inch 102-inch wires on there, it'll help.
Copy on the ground plane. So, tell me Canada from Central Texas. What kind of signal you got on this little 955?
No, I got you about 30 dB, but everybody hits me at 30 and 50 dB on this S9, man. Everybody hits me on this radio. I'm recording you right now. What was your handle again? 714?
764 on the Papa E.
Hello, North Idaho, Minnesota.
On to Illinois with the wave.
Okay. You're down there around Texas. Okay, what part of Central Texas you in there, man? I just went to a break there last July. I drove my truck all the way to Victoria, Texas there, 410.
Yeah, the Fireball 304 standing by.
2, I believe it was, 102. I got a good copy on you. Canada, I'm sitting about 55 miles northwest of Austin.
Oh, okay, 55 miles northwest of Austin. Okay. All right, well, that's not too far from where I went in Victoria, Texas, I would guess. I actually went to Houston and picked some stuff up when I was out there. And shoot, I didn't even get to go to the Dr. Pepper. I wanted to go to the Dr. Pepper Museum, but I never made it over there around Waco. I just went ahead and headed west, back to where I was heading. That other station out there, 304, I think it was, out there around Ohio or something like that. I'm waving at you also.
Here in Idaho, station here in Idaho. The other people are frequency here. Let's QSY 825, QSY up to 26825.
Between Waco and Austin.
Whoever that unit is waving at Ohio, hey, you coming in loud and clear over here in Georgia.
Yeah, it's just old Fireball. Well, no, I don't know who that was. It was somebody in Ohio or something, but I'm waving out to you guys out there around Georgia, too.
Yes, I'm here. 810-4 on the Georgia. Did you say that's Fireball?
Yes, this is Fireball over here, like the one from Channel 6 and 28 and 11 there, 410.
I do believe
810-4 there, Fireball. It's Rude Dog down here around Georgia. Rude Dog. Do what, Peach Boy?
Hey, right back there, Rude Dog. Well, I'm definitely waving a hand to you, saying hello to you, man. Sounding real good over here. I was just testing this radio out, seeing if it works on FM, Rude Dog. I guess it does.
What channel? 810-4, yeah, it sure does. It sounds real good on FM. It really...
Hey, Peach Fuzz, is that you?
Yeah, I stood out there listening to them guys, and
Oh, you're fine. Just visit and do what you gotta do, honey. You're fine.
so I swung down here, and then I had my shack full of you there when I got down here to 805.
Okay.
7
Some of the land here.
Right back there, Rude Dog. Well, that time around, man, we had a couple other stations come in there, and they were a little louder on that end. But I'm definitely waving at you, and glad you came down here and said hello and howdy doody, and I'm waving hand to everybody else. That station out there that braked, you got old Fireball over here in Southern California. No, maybe she changed the channel. I don't know. Hey, Rude Dog, you know, I just talked to 092. He was over there in his mobile radio on a boat on the Ohio River going fishing there, 410.
Well, if you love CBing and you love fishing, I guess you can knock it on out that way. He got one hell of a ground plane to bounce his signal off of, don't he?
Well, shoot, you know where I live, right? I live right by the Salton Sea here in Southern California. About a mile from a lake that's about 35 miles wide and about 18 miles long there, 410, or the other way around. 35 miles long and then 19 miles wide from east to west.
Well, hell, California, you got one hell of
Well, you got a good place to bounce yours off of. I just got a little old 18-foot fiberglass antenna, about 45 foot up, little old poplar tree. bouncing the signal off of my 12 by 24 roof on my shack over here in the foothills of northwest Georgia.
Illegal policies will create an
I got an uncle that moved from San Diego area out to Vidalia, Georgia. He just moved there about a year and a half ago. Sold his house out here around El Cajon for like $598,000 and moved out to Vidalia, Georgia.
$500,000 on a house down yonder.
You're like creating a workforce. But you work here. Isn't this your job? You just
Old housing cheap down there in South Georgia, which I live pretty close to Atlanta, so there's a lot of folks from California and New York moving to Atlanta area, so home prices is kind of skyrocketed around here.
Oh, they have skyrocketed out here too, man. It's awful, man. I mean, I got this place in like 2020. I was renting down here for pretty cheap because where I live, nobody really wants to live down here by the Salton Sea. It's pretty far to drive to work and whatnot, but I work at home, so and I moved down here for my kids because the school was smaller, so the houses were cheaper, but they've gone up a lot because they're starting to build lithium plants around the Salton Sea.
Oh Lord, lithium plants. Are they digging lithium or are they just processing?
You know, I do not know. I just know that it's always on the news. They got a mine on the east side, or I guess it's at the east side of the lake, and they're starting to mine it or something. I guess we got the most lithium in the United States of America right here where I live.
Oh Lord, they gonna be tearing big old holes in the ground then. Them lithium mines, they tear the ground up from what I understand pretty good, but you know, you buy anything nowadays got a battery in it, it's got a lithium ion battery.
I ain't 10 Roger on that. I know what you mean, man. Yeah, sadly the Hurricane Helene over there around North Carolina really devastated a lot of that area, but they got a lot of lithium out there in that area too. And the government wants to take it over. Years ago, they asked them if they could buy it, but they all said no. Well, now they want to take it from them.
Well, that sounds about right. Well, hopefully there'll be a change in all that government thinking they're in control of the people instead of the people in control of the government like it should be. Hopefully that's gonna change come January, right?
I ain't 10 Roger on that. I think it will. I mean, it did before. I mean, I got a few friends on Channel 6 that I don't understand what's wrong with them people, but I mean, some of them are like, they're like talking about they got to vote for Harris and Biden. I was like, what are you talking about? You know, there's no, the Democratic thing of, you know, the Democratic Party is nothing like Bill Clinton era. That's the problem. They're still in the Bill Clinton era, thinking that this Democrat Party is like it.
Got elected is Jimmy Carter, and back during the Carter years, and Clinton come in and he was talking that moderate talk, you know, leaning toward the Republican way of thinking, but still called himself a Democrat. And that's what happened when Clinton got in the office, and it's just a cycle keeps going over and over again. Give it about another 8 or 12 years, and Democrats are going to have a conservative, big-time politician come through, and they'll gain power. Start it all over again, right?
I ain't 10 Roger on that. Yeah, Clinton was a conservative, man. I like the guy because he got rid of the welfare, man. He made all the welfare recipients get back to work. And kind of we're in the same era, you know. Like back then, he made all the welfare, but Simpson was like, come on, man. You guys got to be trying to find a job. So if you guys are getting welfare, you're going to the office. Well, same kind of thing, but out here with the illegal immigrants, they're just getting it for free. They have jobs. They're making cash and getting it free. That's why it's just not working for the government. We don't have enough money.
Oh, yeah, and I tell you what, over here in Georgia, got a lot of construction jobs and, a lot of jobs that used to pay under the table. You could, work on the side and make you a little bit of money. That's what all the immigrants done. They done drove down the cost of wages, too, because they'll work for nothing because they're illegal. And they took all the side work that we used to have down here in Georgia because they come in and do it, and they've done it for years, and they drove down the cost of labor. I was talking to a brick mason the other day. He said, "You can't even afford to be a brick mason anymore. They done drove the cost of labor. They done drove the labor prices down so much it's hard to even make a profit."
But it didn't used to be like that. See, when Clinton was in office, an illegal immigrant couldn't even get a job unless they were making cash and hanging out at the Home Depot. And those jobs are still there. But I mean, like back in the day, if you didn't have a citizenship, you weren't getting a regular job at work. And that's what happened with this administration. They're just putting them all to work to pay their taxes.
Oh yeah, and you know what's funny? I was watching the news the other day, and they was talking, and the Democrats was crying the blues, saying that the economy's gonna go to crap because all these illegal aliens ain't gonna be working these jobs anymore, and they ain't gonna be. We're not gonna be able to have anything and all that. It's like, no, there's American citizens that's gonna jump right on in there.
Yeah, they just talking all a bunch of yah-yah, man. They don't know what they're talking about. Same thing with California, California is not red. It's not blue. Nobody votes for Biden in California. It's just automatic mail-in ballots and harvested ballot drop boxes. Well, those are all going to go away in 2 years. You won't see. Newsom is up for election in 2026, but he already has a successor, and it's a lesbian lady, but she ain't going to make it. That lesbian lady in Frisco or whatever, she ain't making it because we're voting all that stuff out when they get rid of the mail-in ballots. Oregon and Washington, Colorado and New Mexico, all them, that's going to happen to them too.
Hey, 10-4, I saw something,
CQFM, 904
it was the map of America and all the states, which ones voted red, which ones voted blue, Republican, Democrat. And every one of them that went for the Democrats, what they had labeled on that little old thing was... Break. 155, North Carolina.
The 904 year Mr. Kennedy
was the ones that went for Harris.
I heard a little bit of that. 155 jumped in there. Oh yeah, every blue state. Every single blue state has no voter ID. And out here in California, it's illegal to check for voter ID. I'm talking about a registered voter ID that you went to register to vote, and you have an ID saying that you registered to vote, and here's your voter ID. Yeah, it's illegal for that in California, and you wonder why they did that. Why did they make voter ID illegal? So illegal aliens can vote. And that's in every blue state of the United States.
All right. Out there and vote for you.
Hello, CQFM, secure the calling channel, 904, state of Kansas, calling secure the FM calling channel and standing by.
over there in California, 73's to you. I need to get back busy. I come in here, grab a chair, and was
Everybody go, Bo, you in here?
back busy. I'll sit in this chair all day and run my mouth. All right, Mr. Fireball, have a good one, man. Take care. We enjoyed it. Rude Dog over here around Georgia.
Rude Dog, you're talking to the choir, Cotton Picker. I sit out here all day long, talk on the radio, man. No matter what channel I'm on there, Rude Dog. Hey, Rude Dog, I know exactly what you're talking about. You said if you sit down, you might be there all day. Oh, no, you're talking to the choir, Cotton Picker. I don't ever shut up. But you take care, take them easy, man. Yeah, I'm going to say hello to these other stations that are out there. They've been trying to wave a handle, 155, and there was another station out there, too, waving a hand, too. So I heard a little bit of what you were saying there, and then there were a couple other stations jumped in there. So, hey, Rude Dog, you take care, take them easy. I'm going to sit back and read this raggedy mail.
10-4, Fireball. Have a good one, buddy.
Hey, 155. Hey, sorry about that, man. I was talking to old Rude Dog in Georgia there, 410.
Well, I'm sorry about queuing up. I didn't hear him. I didn't know you were talking to somebody. Well, I want to quit on top of him. With this little old weak station ain't gonna hurt nobody nowhere.
No, it's definitely working for you. I know this is like a call channel, you know. You call and then you go to a different channel and whatnot, and I don't know. I've never really been into that. Be like, oh, man, go change the channel this way so just me and you could talk. I like talking to everybody, so, you know, that's just, I'm an AM guy, and I just talk to everybody there, 155. Hey, where are you located there, 155?
Yeah, I'm up here in North Carolina, about 45 miles southeast of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hey, 10 Roger on there, man. Out by Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, that's good, man. Man, I've been seeing a lot of things on the news about North Carolina, man. It's sad what happened out there. It's happened about 3 times out there in that area, over there by Asheville. I was reading up on it, man. They had a big flood in 1918, and that happened back then, too.
Yeah, Roger on that. Where are you located at?
I'm down here in Southern California near the Salton Sea, over by probably about 40 miles south of Palm Springs, and I'd say about 70 miles west or east of San Diego, near in between Palm Springs and Yuma, I would say, in California, over by the Salton Sea.
Well, I tell you what, you got a good signal coming in here. You're mostly sticking around 8 to a 9, so you got a real good signal. How many watts are you keying up?
No, not too many. I think this right now, I got my drive way down, man. I think I got this thing doing about 800 bird. I mean, I barely got this thing keying. Seems like FM makes these things real hot.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, it's doing a good job. I'm doing about 100, maybe 110 watts. That's all I
do. 10 Roger on that. Yeah, I was on when I was out here yesterday, man, I was talking on the radio, and this little driver that I use is a little GS35B. It does about, I don't know, 1,800 watts on AM, and, you know, I didn't think anything of it, but boy, when I was on FM, I burnt up a exhaust fan from my exhaust stuff, so today I turned this thing way down where I barely could key it up.
Are you on FM or AM now?
Oh no, I'm on FM, man. There's a Facebook group about this channel, man. 27. It's called the FM calling. It's called something like 27 or 268050 FM calling channel. It's a Facebook group, and I saw the group, and so I just started coming to this channel and saying hello and howdy doody with all the FM people there, Break.
Yeah, you're just as clear on AM as you are FM.
I ain't 10 Raj on there. Well, yeah, this is the only radio that I have that's FM. It's the Magnum S9, but Yeah, it's a good FM radio. Like I was on the group yesterday. I was on the Facebook group yesterday, and they said I thought I might come by today and say hello.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been on this one for a right good while. That's the first time I've heard on AM. You're real clear on AM, just as clear on AM as your FM. Most of the time on AM, you're a little bit fuzzy, but you're just as clear on that one as you are this one. What kind of antenna system are you running out there in California?
Well, I got a direct fed 4-element beam, all on the flat side, and I run this station on channel 6, channel 11, and channel 28 most of the time on AM, and I got a 60-foot crank-up tower, and a couple big old boxes that probably do about 10K their break.
It sounds like you got it set up real good, because you coming in, you're about one of the loudest stations I've ever talked to. Oh, it's solid. You got a real good solid signal coming in. I ain't got nothing but a Antron 99. It's up in the top of a pine tree. Probably about 75 feet, I believe it was. That's all I'm using. RCI 2985 radio. Got a few issues with the votes on it. The volume ain't the best. The volume ain't the best in the world on this radio. Everybody loves these Rangers, but I got a Galaxy that I normally talk on, and I like it better than I do this one.
Yeah, the radio I usually talk on is a Cobra 1000 or a 29 GTL or a 148, one of those. This is a Magnum S9. It's the only radio I have that has FM. But it is one of my favorite radios. It just doesn't receive like my Cobra 1000. My Cobra 1000 receives wider. When you're on AM and you get 100 people calling you all at once, it's really hard to hear them all if you have a Galaxy there, 410.
Your modulation's actually louder on AM than FM. I've never seen nothing like it. I just ain't never seen nothing, like it.
I ain't 10 Roger on that. Me neither, man. I mean, this is just a radio I'm not too familiar with, the Magnum S9. I bought this radio probably about 20 years ago, and I've had it in a couple mobiles and a couple different trucks and cars, and I've always had this radio. It's always been a good radio for me, so I set it up on the base station when I set up a base station here about 2 years ago.
Welcome to channel. Yeah, Roger. Well, this Ranger's okay, but I'm not really crazy about a Ranger radio. I like a Galaxy, but I think Ranger makes a Galaxy also. I like the Galaxy. I got a Galaxy 77 mobile that I usually run off of here in the house, but I got this radio here. It's got a few issues, but I'm going to check on it till it quits, because when it quits, I'll take and throw it in the trash. I ain't going to spend any more money on it, but like I said, it's RCI 2985, and there's nothing but a mobile radio. It's not a real phone or something. But I think I'll probably get that Galaxy back up a little bit later on. That thing's got a lot of modulation to it, way more than this one here, and it's got some good ears too. The only thing I don't like about this one, the receive, the volume on it ain't real good.
A10 Roger on that. Yeah, the volume's good on this one. It just doesn't receive wide. It's really hard to explain on the hertz thing, but oh man, the Galaxy 77. Oh, you bringing back to the days of the Galaxy 88. Loudest radio I ever owned in my life, man, was the Galaxy 88. And I think the Galaxy 88 had sideband, and then the Galaxy 77 only had AM and FM.
That's exactly right. I had an 88. I had an 88 too. I think I've got a spam call. Yep, it's a spam call. But I got that 77. I picked it up way here a while back. But it's in good shape.
CQFM 904 in Kansas. 904 State of Kansas calling CQFM and standing by.
It just don't receive real good. The radio man said that he had a Bodie problem, but I don't know.
X415, good evening or good morning here to you. 904 Eastern Kansas.
Sideband perfect. It works on sideband perfect. We just don't have a whole lot of volume to it.
Hey, Ted and Roger on that. Maybe the volume needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Maybe you need to put some contact cleaner in it. Maybe that's what's going on with it. And I heard old 904 in there around Kansas. I'm going to wave a hand to him also. He kind of jumped in there, wanted to say hello to anybody who was on the radio. And me and old 155 North Carolina, we just out here talking about old radios. No doubt about that. But, yeah, man, probably maybe you just need a little contact cleaner in the volume knob. Because I think my Galaxy 88, man, you could turn that thing up pretty good.
Yeah, well, this is a Ranger. It works fine. No, I just got it back from the radio shop, and he said that he fixed the voters good enough I could talk on it. The voters guy, we wouldn't even put nothing like 3 watts, all it was doing. But he got the voters back pretty near right. There's just something wrong with the volume. He said he couldn't repair it. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I can hear it. But it works perfect. Good volume on sideband. Just the FM and AM had a problem with it. I can still hear it, just ain't real loud. But it ain't the
North Central Florida is listening.
But you had my back when you said the Galaxy 88. I talked on one of them a many hour. And this 77 is just as good as that 88.
This is 904 in Kansas.
I ain't 10 Roger on that there, 155. Well, my Galaxy 88 broke down years ago, and I took it to my guy, and it needed a brain or something. Some kind of brain that made the radio work and had to make the frequency work and all that, so I really had to retire it. But, boy, that was one of my favorite radios. That was the loudest radio I was ever on, ever. That Galaxy 88 was loud. And I'm waving a hand out there around Florida, too. I heard you out there around Florida, 904, or somebody else out there around Florida. I'm waving a hand to you also. But, yeah, 155, yeah, them Galaxy 88s, them were loud radios.
It sounds better than this one.
Well, you know, I got so many radios, I didn't really need it. You know, I got this Galaxy 98 VHP. It's a good radio, but it don't have FM. So I got a Superstar 158F. I guess it's a Superstar radio. It has FM, but it don't talk like this Magnum S9. This Magnum S9 talks just as good as any of my Cobras.
Oh, yeah, I was going to hook it up and let you hear it. Later on to this one. I'm going to say 73 to you. I didn't get your name or your number, but my personal is Randy. Randy 155. But 73 to you, and I'll be back on very shortly.
Hey, all right there, 155. Well, we'll catch you come later, man. Yeah, shoot, man, you have to go to my YouTube channel and see how your radio sounds from North Carolina, because I've been recording you there for the last few minutes. You got Fireball over here on this side. That's my handle. And if you go to my YouTube channel, go subscribe to it, man. It's if you go to YouTube and search Fireball and 406 Live, you'll find me, man. Fireball and 406 Live. That's where you'll find my YouTube channel. You'll see a little fire. It's like a little fireball with a little radio in front of it. That's my YouTube channel. You'll be able to check how you sound out from North Carolina with that little antenna you got.
Okay, I'll definitely do that. Sure will, sometime today. Be back in, well, depends on how long my service is. 33, just a little bit later on, 155 down here in the Carolinas. We setting back for a few.
All right, there, 155. You take care. Take them easy. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab me something to drink on that end, and might even eat me some breakfast or lunch on that end. Shoot, I haven't eaten nothing all day, and it's already 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna get out the middle of the road, but I'll be listening for a little while. That other station out there around Florida, I'm waving you also, and anybody else who hears this worldwide radio down here by the Salton Sea with this 35 miles of water. Take care. 155 out there around North Carolina. I'm sitting on back.
Okay, Fireball. The way the time changed. I think you said 10 o'clock around there. It's about 4 minutes to 1 here. All right. 155, 79.